Now, let me quickly hit you guys with some appetizers before we get to the main course. Quick hits. The House has passed the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. In this act, there's data collection on encounters. The government can now invest in communities-based policing programs. Streamline federal law to prosecute excessive force. Basically mean there's going to be a fast-paced response, because it usually takes months, maybe years, for the Department of Justice to really jump in and take control. None of that no more. They're going to get to the shits. Also, independent prosecutors for police investigation, because usually if there is a shooting of mainly African Americans, also Latino Americans, IAD, Internal Affairs Departments, or IAB, Internal Affairs Bureaus, they usually handle stuff like this in-house. And sometimes, well, let me not say sometimes, most of the times when we expect justice, we never get it. So with the independent prosecutors, this will allow some form of objectivity to make sure who did what and how we can see that accountability is being taken place. Also in this neck that's key, which unfortunately took the good brother George Floyd, God rest his soul, this will ban neck resistance. No more kneeling on the neck, no more chokeholds, none of that shit. That's done. And also, this one is big for me. Overhaul qualified immunity. That is key. Go look up what qualified immunity means. I won't get into it because I have a big show today, but that was key for me, and I'm glad they got that passed. Now, it passed the House, it's going to the Senate. So I expect the Senate. Well, let's see. Let me say this. Although this got passed in the House, 2 Democrats voted against this bill, and allegedly a Republican pressed the wrong button. So we're not out the woods yet. Let's just keep praying, keep hoping. Next up, WWE, Bow Wow, Soulja Boy are having a Twitter beef with WWE superstars like what's that gentleman's name? He just got to the Monday Night Raw roster. Damian Priest and Randy Orton. And I'm thinking, why is Bow Wow Soulja Boy causing all this commotion? Then I just remember, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't watch wrestling, Bad Bunny, yes, that Bad Bunny is in the WWE right now. His role is pretty much he's buddy with Damian Priest, and he's just hanging around ringside with his 24/7 championship belt. That's it. So it got me to thinking, if Bow Wow and Soulja Boy wants to be in the WWE in the same capacity as Bad Bunny, I say cool, let them. If it makes sense, add value, and help WWE achieve their ultimate goal, and vice versa for Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. But you talking about wrestling, like wrestling, stop it. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow are not in ring shape. Matter of fact, they lack muscle memory to do the sport. So you can't just go in there and just be like, all right, I got it. No, you don't. No, you don't. So I put those 2 pieces together. Hopefully that conversation dies out. And one more thing. Mississippi passes bill banning transgender student athletes from women's team sport. Basically, any transgender woman will not be allowed to play sports with, how can I say this, being politically correct. I'm sorry, I don't do politically correct. My bad. Basically, what this bill is, they're not allowing transgender women to play sports with real women. Yes, I said it. Transgender women are not allowed to play sports with real biological women. Because yes, transgender women, they have the right Okay, let me back up real quick and say this. Men, like everybody else, have the right of choice. They can choose to do what they want to do, say what they want to say. Now, there are some men who came to the conclusion. How they came to the conclusion is a episode for another day. There are men who came to the conclusion that they want to be identified as women, whether it be going just verbally saying it or going through the full process of transitioning into a woman. You can do that, that's fine, but at the end of the day, your blood test, biologically, you're still a man. You can still identify yourself as a woman as much as you want, but genetically, you're still a man, and depending on what sport you're playing, you cannot go up against women who are at a disadvantage. That's why we have men's sports. That's why we have women's sports. I do have a solution though. Why can't there be a transgender women's sports? Why can't there be a transgender men's sports? We have men, we have women, we have transgender men, we have transgender women in the field of sports. Do that. Now, some people are going to say that's a small number. We don't know that. Can't hurt to try. If you want to be identified as a woman, you have to follow the same rules as a woman. You know, you don't possess the genetic things that women go through on a daily basis or monthly basis. So I hope you guys get what I'm saying about that. Now, I went a little bit long on that one, but I had to be details on in regards to getting my opinion across with that. But you know what? I think that one is so important. I may talk about that next week in details.